Welcome, everyone, to Live with Lloyd, where the joy of numerology is the joy of learning and enlightenment. I'm your host, Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn. As you see, today's guest is me. Okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do is going to be answering questions today. I'll be giving readings, and there's a host of people that I wish to announce to give credit for. How y'all doing, everybody? Um, Let me see something here. Okay. Okay. So anyway, what I got to do is I'm going to be giving you the forecast in a moment. But there's some things I wish to promote because this is a busy May for this last half of part of May that we're going through, and I'll be telling you about some other things too. Alrighty. But in the meantime, let me do this. Okay, here we go. Um, First of all, let's get the cosmic forecast done. Okay, there we go, everybody. And let's see. As you see, today is Monday. It is, no, excuse me. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of May of 2022. The sun is in the fixed sign of Taurus. The moon is in the fire sign or mutable sign of Sagittarius. Mercury is still retrograde until the 3rd of next month. It's a 11 universal month, a 5 universal week, and 11 universal day. So this is a day for anyone to tap into the intuitive side of their nature as much as you possibly can, or follow your first mind, first feeling, whatever the case is like that. Today, Leo, astrologically, along with Aquarians and Cancers and Aries and Scorpios, are the ones who are likely to do well today. And this includes those born on the 2nd, the 9th, the 11th, the 18th, the 20th, 27th, or 29th of any month. This is a should be a very interesting day for all of you. Um, I'm going to try to make it whereby at least maybe once or twice a month I get some time in, because so many of you chime in with your birthdays and whatnot like that. And if you got questions, I'll try to answer them intelligently. Now, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So if there's somebody with a "I got you" question, no, you don't. It'll just make me do some research, and if I don't know, maybe then you need to do some research yourself. Okay. But there are a number of sisters, since this month represents Mother's Day. There are a number of women that I want to. There's having a lot of activities coming up, but I'm going to make sure we get to that too before the show is over. My class is on sale. I have a free monthly newsletter. I'll be featuring. I mean, I'll be doing a piece on. It is. Let me get it together here. I'll be doing a piece on Clubhouse tomorrow. And I guess I'm trying to do a couple of things because I was engaged with things, but I'm going to have to learn how to kind of move slower. All right, take my time. But in the meantime, oh, please, let me do this again. Um, I keep forgetting this. I swear, this is very important. Can you please like, share, and subscribe? I'm told to please mention it. And thank you for some of those who join in the comment part, and they'll say, press like or live or share or push the bell or whatever to be notified. So this is very important. But I see I spelled please wrong too. I left out the L. Okay, so Mercury retrograde, I guess. But be that as it may, no excuses. I left out the L. Period. Okay, and please. Anyway, but my philosophy is, if you really, really enjoy my segment every week, then do so. Like it. If you think some of the people you know need to get a hold of this information to learn based upon the number of guests and variety of guests I've had, please sincerely share it. And then if you'd like to keep up with me every week to see what's going on and whatnot, I'm new to this. I think I'm 10 months into this. In fact, what's this? June, July. I started actually on July the 14th of last year. So I'm 2 months shy of having this show for a year, but it's been very interesting. I'm still learning. Uh, Thanks to Jackie Barrios, who encouraged me to start this format, and to King Simon. Yes, I talk about King Simon all the time. That's my buddy, who actually told me about the platform that we're on now, StreamYard, to do this show. All right, so now I got that out the way. To please like, share, and subscribe. Now I can deal with all my guests. If you got a question, or if you got want to do a birthday, fine. And then at that point, we will. I want to then promote some of the sisters that's having some events. And here's what I'm saying: there's a reason why I'm doing this. This is for the purpose of really helping a sister out. You know, we need to help a brother out, but we need to help a sister. These women that you will see that's having their events throughout this month have really, really put themselves out there. No parachutes, no bonuses, no none of that. All of them are out here doing the work, and I would like for all of you to support them. I've asked these sisters nothing. In fact, this is my contribution to them being such great guests on my show. But I would like to ask you though to help them out. So there's going to be about 6, 7, 8 of the guests that I've had on that I would like for you to support. All righty, go to them. You know, I didn't even check with them to say, um, ask maybe they may even have a discount. I have no idea. But don't say, Lloyd said that you got a discount. No, I did not say that. But maybe if you said I heard you on Live with Lloyd, maybe one or two of them might give you a little discount because I don't like to use a struggle mode, but they're in a mode to test them. You know, when you do this, as I've started, it tests your faith. Okay. There was times when I made the decision to go in this direction. I questioned myself on 2 or 3 occasions. Did I make the right decision? Should I stayed exactly where I was in that safe corporate space with all those so-called securities and yet be miserable? All right. And it's not that everybody works in corporations are miserable. I just was kind of like independent and I had a love of this. When you have a love of something like that, it's you follow your passion. So anyway, enough of me running my mouth with that. I'm going to work backwards. Um, uh, s- uh, Elizabeth said, thanks very much for sharing the sisters' information. I am going to share all the sisters that have been on my show recently because almost all of them got something popping this month. And I want all of you to show love. Again, this is something I thought about in meditation earlier this week. Why not help these women? And I want you to do that. I cannot do that. I have about 7 or 8 that you're going to be seeing the events and I want you to support them. I'd prefer that I would like it if you could support all of them that I'm going to bring on and mention. But if you can't show some love and support some of them, join a class, enroll, whatever the case is like that. But anyway, let me get to the goodies. I got April here. Her son is born July 3rd, 1990. So in April's case, your son is a water sign, April, with a fire number. And what that simply means is that on one hand, the water side of his nature will make him more intuitive, sensitive, emotional, and yet the fire sign of his nature will make him more passionate and determined. So what you do is you strike the balance of it. So one day he's in a crybaby mood, but he's born in 1990, so he's big enough where he shouldn't go through that. He should have gone through that. But in the meantime, though, for him this year, he's in a 7 personal year. How I did that was simply taking the month and day he's born, adding it to this present year of 2022, and it factored out to a 7. So that means if your son is in a more reflective mood, more philosophical mood, if you kind of like, because normally threes are very outgoing, but if he seems to be less outgoing, less active, less inclined in an entertainment way, that's because the cycle he's going through is more where you go within. You begin to question yourself and things of that nature. So that will probably be something that's going on. But his important numbers are always the 3, 2, and 7. And Monday, Thursday is first, and then Monday and Friday are that. Okay. So then we got this person here, uh, Jacob Styles. Now, here's the thing, and this person is born in the UK because there's an interesting thing. Had this person said 2/8, I would have said, is he born on February the 8th or August 2nd? Now, here in this country, we always put the month first, the date, then the year when you're filling out forms. But in other countries, like when I went to China and India and this place and that place, they put their birthday first, okay? And then they put their month second. So this is very important. So there's going to be a couple of things that people need to learn. But anyway, this person here, let me get this. This person here is a Leo 2 person. So this is just the opposite. Where the first one was a water sign with a fire number, this person is a fire sign with a water number. Okay. And so what that simply means is that outwardly passionate, outwardly a go getter, outwardly very determined, but deep down inside, sensitive, emotional, intuitive, romantic, and things of that nature too. Their key numbers, instead of where the one born July 3rd, April's sun was 7, 2, and 3 with three numbers, this person got four numbers, and their numbers would be the 2, the 7, the 1, and the 4. And they happen to be also, would you believe it or not, in a 7 personal year. And so what I did was, for those that may not understand, I took the month, the day they're born, then added it to this year in question. And as you see, it came out to a 7. So that means that in your case, Jacob Wade Styles, that you this year will probably be doing a lot of soul searching, beginning to question why you do the things you do, because that's the nature of a 7. It's not a party number. It's not a party cycle. 7 is more about spirituality, self-reflection, investigations, getting to the bottom of things, going down the rabbit hole, study, research, analysis, things of that nature, and a desire to want to get more quality time with yourself. So this will explain couples sometimes. You know how sometimes one of the couples may not feel like being bothered, but if they knew they was in a 7 personal year, you would just maybe give them a little bit more space. So having this kind of esoteric knowledge is very, very helpful in not only understanding yourself, the people you're involved with, your family members, your children, or whatever the case may be. So those are your numbers, and thank you very, very much. This person here, Heidi, she's born on the June the 30th, and she says, "Never in my life had issues with anxieties until past few months. Is this because of my numbers?" Yes. One of the See, it's interesting because I had Kaya French on talking about health. Then the week before, I had Brandon Smith on who specifically talked about health. So you are a Cancer 3 person, Heidi. All right. So that means you're a water. That's interesting. A water sign with a fire number. So this must be a water fire day or whatever's going on. All righty. But here's the point: three, each number has a dominion over a particular part of the health. Okay, these are what the ancients wrote. It ain't about Lloyd Strayhorn what he said. When you do your studies, if you're good in your astrology, good in your numerology, or other of these ancient metaphysical sciences, these numbers or signs have dominions over parts of the body. So when you see that illustration of a man and the Aries is pointing to the head, Taurus is pointing to the neck, Leo is pointing to the heart, et cetera, down to Pisces pointing to your feet. Believe me, it was way here before. So in this case, though, but 3 does rule the skin, low blood pressure, where the number 1 rules high blood pressure, but number 3 rules panic attacks, uh, anxiety issues. So it's not that it can't be done, but she just noticed recently within the past few months, maybe it could be because of pressure. I do know this person is in a 6 personal year, and so, therefore, when I add her 6 personal year to this particular month of May, she's in a 2 or 11 cycle. And 2 is kind of iffy, where things are up in the air. Things are kind of not like working the way it wants to. And then she's happened to be in the 3rd week, which is the 15th to the 24th. So she's in a 5 personal week, and that's one of her opposition numbers. So I would say if lately she has it, since 4 and 5 are her opposition numbers, I would say anytime after the 8th of this month up until the 21st, which is right around the corner, this would may explain some of the anxiety episodes, but normally sensitive skin, emotional upsets, things of that nature, uh, gets cold very easily, and a couple other things too. But this person's year is a year to go back to school, to get involved in something that affects the health by better exercising, walking more, basking in the sun, on those sunny days where everything may be and whatnot. So those things are very important. And their lucky numbers are the 3, 2, and 7, just like April's son born on April the 3rd. So here, this one is Elizabeth. She's May 13th. So she just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday. And see, her numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. This is also Stevie Wonder's birthday, too. And this person would be an earth sign with an air number, which has totally different elements from the last three birthdays I read quickly. But this person would be earth means people who are very, very grounded, like to keep it real, okay, like to use some common sense. But then they're air. And because they're 13, 4, 4 is the number that is normally associated with anything or anyone that's unconventional. They're very different. They like to think outside the box. So it's not just Elizabeth, not to pick on Elizabeth, but anybody normally born on the 4th or the 13th or the 22nd, 2 plus 2 is 4, or the 31st. They normally like to think outside of the box. They normally are considered unconventional. Some people, haters, call them weird, strange, maverick. You know what I'm saying? The black sheep. But yet, 4 people are very, very sensitive. So it tells me she has a very sensitive nature too. And so this has to be taken into consideration. But her numbers again are the 4, 1, and 5. And her best days are always on a Wednesday. No, excuse me. Sunday's always first, then Monday, then Wednesday. Those would be her 3 best days. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, so this person here is Candied Owl. She's March the 15th and of 83. Now she is her birthday indicates a compatibility of the elements. Here's what I'm saying. Astrologically, she's a water sign. Okay. Numerically, she's an earth number. So water and earth are compatible. So anytime you want to plant things on God's green earth, as I often say, you need to put the seeds of rich of into rich soil, and those seeds can stay there as long as you want to until you magically come along and water them. So it's very, very important to understand that. So that means she's sensitive yet pragmatic. She's intuitive yet very down to earth. And then she's born on the 15th, which is a money making number because 15 denotes money, gifts, and favors from others. You see, once you get past 9, like 10 and 11 and 12 up until 31, well, each of these what are called compound, which is another way of saying double numbers or 2 numbers instead of 1, have their own definition. And so 15 denotes money, gifts, and favors from others. It means one who has an eloquent voice because 6 rules of vocal cords, the sinuses, allergies, some of the best singers have been 6s, okay? Um, and 6 also ruled athleticism. In fact, I think this is Shaquille O'Neal's birthday. He's either March the 6th or March the 15th. I met him once. The guy looked taller than the ceiling. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another time. Anyway, though, so her numbers are always the creative numbers, which is the 6, the 3, and the 9. Those are always her key numbers, which means Friday's her best day, then Thursday, then Tuesday. So a person might say, well, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday are my best days. True, but in order. In other words, if I wanted to unlock the safe to get in to know this person better, I'd have to come and dial the 6 first, then the number 3, then the number 9. So 6 rules Friday, 3 rules Thursday, and 9 rules Tuesday. So that's how it works for her. All righty. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Greetings. It says, okay, greetings. This person says, any advice to navigate better at this time? Yes. First of all scorpions, not just this scorpion, Brandy. In astrology, there's a called the opposition period where it's 180 degrees away from each other or 6 signs away. All right. And what happens is it's like a bell curve, as it will. So for all scorpions, they're kind of like at the bottom. So they're in a bell curve moment. This is their opposition period. And so with Mercury being retrograde, and then there's been recently a full moon just several days ago on Monday, okay, with a crazy kind of thing. So if things have been kind of working its way in a way this doesn't make sense, that's understandable to me. But not only that, but when I did their personal year, which is taking the month, the day, and the year they're born, they're in a 9 personal year. Now, 9 governs anyone. 9 always denotes completions. It denotes endings. That's what most people associate it with. But it also means manifestations of your dreams. Manifestations in a way that if you want to get something done, this is the time to activate it or make it a dream come true. It also denotes long distance travel. So Brandy may say, well, listen, I don't plan to go nowhere, but you know what? Somebody from California or some other part of the country is coming to visit me too. So numbers speak also in symbolic terms, which simply means if they don't go there, then somebody from there comes here. And it also means that Aries and Scorpios and Leos or anybody born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th will affect this person. But what's more important to understand that the 1, 4, and 9 are her key numbers. So it tells me, and if you look at her birthday, 2, 4, 6, 8, out of 8 of them, 2, 4, 6. 6 out of 8 of her numbers are leadership numbers. It was somewhat like, I think Monday after Miss French got off the show, and I read somebody. So this would be a very forceful person, and sometimes yes, we can think that oh, a sister's being real assertive, and I guess nowadays with the new way of thinking, it appears that way. But this one would genuinely be assertive, even if she was born in the 30s, the 20s, the 40s, because she's got so many ones. She's got 5 ones. One is a leadership number. One doesn't take orders well at all. So that tells me she'd have made an excellent lawyer, doctor, scientist, entrepreneur, CEO, CFO, run her own business. But to the negative side, if she's not aware of this, in relationships, it can be very challenging because people will misinterpret her as being bossy or whatever the case is. But anyway, Brandy, the 1, 4, and 9 are your key numbers, and Sunday and Tuesdays are your best days. Okay. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got Adrian, who's born on February the 15th of 73. And she is an Aquarius 6 person, which means she's an air sign with an earth number. Air means reasoning, logic, the power of deduction, and 6 rules earth, which is means yet at the same time keeping it real. So that means those lofty ideas, she can also put them into concrete form. Those ideas that come in flashes of inspiration or whatever the case is, she has the ability to then say, okay, I'll take this that just came to my mind and then I'll transform it into something that is tangible because that's the nature of earth. Things that you can kind of grasp and hold on to and examine and touch and feel. So that would be the case. Her key numbers, though, are the 6, 2, and 7. And since this is the year 2022, the year of the 6, and for the newbies, how I did it was 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. See how simple it is? And it's in the simplicity that hooked me into doing this. I said, man, this stuff is a cinch. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, I got this. The numbers only go from 1 to 9, but it is very, very deep, which is why there are numerous books written on the subject of numerology. And I myself have written 6 books speaking of the 6. Okay. So what I'm saying is that this person here is heading into a year this year because they are in a 6 where they're in a turning point cycle. In other words, when you take the month, the day, added to this year, they're in a 5 personal year. So if you could imagine in your imagination, you draw a line with a 1 over here, a 9 over there. Well, dead center of that 1 and 9 is exactly where this person is. So Adrian is like you at a crosswalk, at a fork in the road, at a kind of like okay, which way do I need to go with my life? Because 5 denotes change, 5 denotes opportunities. All these numbers have a lot of things, but I'm just taking this. Okay, Lady E. All righty. I think this one who visits the clubhouse too, but her son is May the 10th. Okay, so happy belated birthday to her son. He just got here about what is he? What's this? 2014? No, he's been here a minute. He's definitely been here a minute. But anyway, her son's numbers are the 1, 4, and 9. So that means you have a strong will child. And when you have one children, as I suggest, because in my book I have a section on children, and they are the leaders in the group, that what you do is with one children, whether male or female, boys or girls, one of the things is get them to make decisions early because a lot of times when we do things, we make a choice. But leaders normally know how to make a choice, they know how to make a decision. And even if you don't make a decision, believe it or not, you made a decision, and that decision is not to do anything. So with one children, I always encourage the parents, if possible, like you got a like with my granddaughter, 1. and I'll lay out things and I'll let her pick what she wants. Okay. Some of it, most of it I agree. Some of it, because she's 6 now, I may say, well, let's get something else. But the point is, I'm getting her used to making decisions. So when she becomes an adult, because I want her to own things. And this way, when she makes a choice, she is used to and accustomed to making decisions. So this way, when because we all got to make decisions in life. Should we go this way? Should we go that way? Should we cross the street? Or whatever the case is, each and every day we are making decisions. But we don't think of it like that. But I'm talking about when those decisions are made of consequence, she will not be afraid, or your son should not be afraid. But he's got to be a leader, though. I can tell you this. He's an earth sign with a fire number, which means very action oriented, yet very practical. And I would encourage him to be a leader or eventually run his own shop, his own business. Or if he's in a corporate or work situation, be the head of it, manager, supervisor, CEO, president, vice president, whatever the case is, but some authoritative figure. Because your son does not take orders well. I'm sure you have found that out. Okay, in the case of Don Brown, this person is a February 8th. Now, this is an air sign with an earth number, like the other person who was born on February the 15th, but they happen to be in a different personal year. So, again, air represents reasoning, logic, deductions, the power of using the mind. Okay, and yet they take those ideas that comes to mind and then have the ability or desire to want to transfer them. Where six, but now what's interesting is about the one that's on the 15th and the one on the 8th. These are earth numbers. So that means they would have an interest in real estate, which means if they had their way, they would preferably want to own a home first, if not live in a co-op or a condo or whatever the case is, because their nature's earth, okay? Rather than living up on the 100th floor. Like they got some buildings tall in this city that's like, I don't know what that's about. But anyway, they would prefer to live kind of like more closer to the earth, okay? And while those cars looking like ants, they would prefer to be more down. So anyway, this person is very headstrong, very determined, misunderstood, but yet to those who know and love him, warm, loyal, and faithful. Their numbers, by the way, are the 8, 4, and 1, and Sunday and Sunday and Monday. No, excuse me, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are their best days in that order. Not Sunday, Monday, Saturday, but Saturday's first, Sunday's second, Monday's third. Okay. So thank you very, very much for that. And let me see. Let's see. She says, this is Chris from Connecticut. I just borrowed the name Little Africa after our ancestors, Dr. Africa. Yes, Dr. Africa, by the way, was, and I've had the pleasure of meeting him. I had the pleasure of visiting his home. He played music, piano. I brought my flute. I've got several of his books autographed in my very rare collections of people that I've been blessed to meet in doing this. And he was born on January the 27th, being a air sign with a fire number, which are elements that are very, very compatible one to the other according to nature. This is why they will tell you if there's a fire in your room, a fire in a hotel, a fire anywhere, and if you expose it to air, and you off to the races. So when they're fighting those California fires, which is happens every summer, what's happening is those Santa Ana winds that are blowing that burns thousands and thousands and thousands of acres. It's almost like they can't do anything until God calms down the weather, and then they get some semblance of it. But that is the case. So Chris, that's good. I don't know what your birthday is. Maybe we'll get that later. Okay. And it says, thanks for this information, Mr. Lloyd. They were born on March the 5th of 73 in Cleveland, Ohio. So, Tylene, I think if I'm hoping it saying it correctly, you are a water sign with an air number. And the reason why I do this is because I'm teaching students and I'm also showing and demonstrating in my clubhouse room, which is totally a different modality for me because I like to teach visually on blackboards or on some projector or something like that. So it's interesting that I'm putting into words what I normally will let a picture is 1,000 words express. But in this case, though, it simply means that the water side of you represents your feelings, emotions, your hunches, intuitions. In fact, in astrology, Pisces, your sign, is considered the psychic sign in astrology anyway. But then you bring to the table this airiness, this this reasoning ability, this ability for logic and things like that. And so, like air loves its freedom. And so, this is why five people or air signs find it difficult from time to time to keep commitments, okay? Because they like to go which way the wind is blowing. And since air is everywhere, and that's why I tell with five people, Tylene, that more than likely, whoever you're dealing with on a long term basis, okay, more than likely that person is either the one that is giving you the most space, didn't question you all the time about your comings and goings, and didn't try to control your freedom at all. Normally, those are the kind of people you like. Five also, I notice, also have multiple relationships. You'll be married, but you know how sometimes people won't leave well enough alone. And this is men and women too. This go for the men who are five, and this go for the women who are five. Yes, you know I'm married, but can I take it out anyway? Knowing it should be asked you a question like that. But that's how five is, because five in numerology is called the sex number, like Scorpio in astrology is called the sex sign. And so it's not sex in that way, but that they just draw members of the opposite sex to them often. That's all. And so once that's understood, by the way, your most important numbers are always the five, the six, and the three. That would be the order of your numbers, which means your best days would always be on a Wednesday first, followed by Friday second, followed by Thursday. Well, a person will say, "Well, Lord, what about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?" Yes, that is a sequence of how the calendar weeks works here in the West. But numerically, hers is always Wednesday's always first, then Friday's always second, then Thursday's always third. But the point is, as long as you know Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, when I say these are your days, this is what it means. These are what I consider your power days. You know, I used to say lucky numbers because everybody's a lucky this, lucky that. I noticed when I was in Indy, they always use the word lucky and unlucky. And so it gives you so if things are not quite in their harmony, that don't mean they have to be unlucky. So what it says is that these are the days that are always works best for you when you got to make decisions of consequence. This is very important that when you are, you know, making the decision go to the movie, no big deal or whatever. But when you got to plead your case or ask for a raise or go on an interview, you should try to schedule them on the days that work best for you. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. So I'll leave it at that for now. And thank you. And then I'm going to take a pause and say this. Okay. This is Stephen from Chicago. And he says his birthday is November 3rd. And his wife is born on the 22nd. First of all, they're both water signs. That's the first thing I noticed. He is a Scorpio and she is a Cancer. All righty. Their numbers, though, are totally different, which means I'm dealing with completely two different individuals. But their anniversary, and notice they've been married 33 years. So, what this says to me is this shit, and it should be a note to anybody, especially this younger generation, or some people call it the modern woman, or whatever, you know, all these labels that they want to put on everything now, that regardless of the signs, regardless of the numbers, it was back in those periods where people took for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, for sicknesses and health, not what your sign is, what your number is, how much money you make in, you know what I'm saying, what your job is. You know, it wasn't about that. It was about none of that. And maybe this is why they lasted so long, 33 years. Man, people don't even want to stay together 33 days, much less 33 weeks or 33 months. So what I'm saying is that there are things that are going on about this that's not kind of good for the black family in that sense, where, and in this case, congratulations to both of them. But I will say this though, for the Stephen, his key numbers are the 3, the 9, and the 6. And for his queen, her numbers are the 4, 1, 2, and 7. So here's what that means to me. Let's say, because people will sometimes come to me about marriages and stuff like that. The first thing I try to do is look to see what numbers they both share. In this case, they don't share any of the numbers. So this is why I'm saying, so this is important a point to prove that you don't have to have the same numbers or the same sign to have a union relationship. It starts in the mind and the willingness to act as in teamwork effort. So this is an excellent point. So what happens is that her style is totally different than his style. It don't mean they don't have their rough days. Listen, even the most compatible of people numerically and astrologically will have some off days. That's how it is. It's like the sun don't come out every day. And when you understand that, then you understand, well, okay, they not feeling this way today. I ain't feeling that way today. And I think most people think, I think too much movies, too much TVs, or too much reality shows, that everybody's got to be on the same plane every single day and not understanding there's an ebb and flow in life. So I'm sure this couple is going through some drama, but the point is more than likely because her numbers are the 4, 1, 2, and 7, and her best months are February, June, July, and August. More than likely, that was the month that they got married. Okay, in other words, if I had as a numerologist to pick a date between this couple, I would have picked months and days that are more friendlier to the woman. The woman is always the foundation of the rock to the home. Okay, but that's my years of experience of doing this. Anyway, I want to thank them very, very much. And hold on, they said that 33rd and is on the 24th, the 6th. So that's on of this month. And what's this month? This month is May. So it's late. See, when I say February, that means late January into February. When I say June, like in this case, I said so they probably got married in one of her months, February, June, July, August. And I then have to tell my clients that Gemini don't start in June. It starts in May, which is after the 21st of May. Like Biggie Smalls was born on the 21st of May. So anyway, so it's late May into June. So they married in her month. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I know y'all saying, what's this guy talking about? But anyway, I'm going to pause a second because what I want to do is I want to take a break to I'll tell you what I want to share with people, and I want to share all these beautiful sisters' activities of what is going on, and then I will come back to it, and then I'm also going to then do it at the end of the show too. Alrighty, one of the first people, and I'm gonna go ghost a second, as they say, so you got my full attention. This one here is uh, Oracle. She has an event coming up on the this week. Okay, there's going to be a poetry event, and as you see right there, she speaks at 2 p.m., which I think is interesting because she's born on the 11th. The 1 + 1 is 2, but that's coming up this Saturday from 12 to 7. So for those of you who live in the New York area, show her some love, show her some support. In fact, show all these people that will be appearing there. But Oracle, definitely, definitely so. She has been one of my guests, and this is the flyer promoting her event for this month coming up. Then next we got um, Kaya French. She was a guest on just this past Monday, and she is doing private readings. It started a couple of days ago, as you see, and will last through the no, it started yesterday. In fact, I'm now looking at it through the 22nd, and so she's scheduling appointments, whatever the case is, and you see she's got different, uh, uh, shall we say, levels of which you can get a monthly forecast, 4 months, 8 month, yearly forecast, whatever the case is, her fees. And at the bottom of the screen is her contact information. She is also on Instagram under Know Your Numbers with 3 instead of E. In fact, you take the E and you twist it around and make it a 3. Alrighty. So um, that's what she will be doing up until the 26th of this month. And then next on the list is we have out of Atlanta. And by the way, uh, Oracle is in New York. Goddess Kaya is in Detroit, and Nikki are in the Atlanta. This is in the Atlanta area. They're going to be giving a special thing. If you notice to the far right is Nikki Monty. She is a Sonic Alchemist, has been a guest on my show, and they will be on this Monday to talk about this date on the 24th through the 28th. And then you just see second from the left next to Brother Dooley is Nikki Morgan. I've had the pleasure of speaking with Nikki. Both Nikki's are 3 of diamonds, which are very, very interesting. Nikki is a Pisces. That's the one on the left. And Nikki to the far right is a Virgo, which is interesting too. But they're having an event. So for those of you in the Atlanta area that want to support them, I want y'all to support all my guests. I've asked my guests for not a penny because I want to support them and I want you to support them too. This is why I'm doing this. Then next is we have uh, Jackie Levine, who was a guest on my show about 2 weeks ago. She's having a boot camp. I took her past boot camp. It was serious. That's all I'm saying. And so please do make sure you sign up for her activities there. And so I would like for y'all to sign up for all the sisters that I'm going to be showing this evening. But you can't maybe do that. But the point is, some of you, and by the way, Jackie is here in New York. Okay, so her boot camp. I don't care where you can be. You can be in Louisiana, one of them. But it's a very exciting boot camp. Very, very knowledgeable. I mean, I am so proud of all the people that I've been blessed to know, and these sisters are simply one of them. So you sign up live. You see at the bottom. Sign up at jazzaphrodite.com/services or Cash App, Venmo, and $ Jazz Aphrodite. So please sign up. That is this coming Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Now let me see who else we got up here. I'm dragging everybody up in this business now. And my girl Cali. All righty. I read Cali on April the 11th, I think, or April the 13th. That was so much fun. I had the pleasure of talking over the phone with her husband, um, her son, and by the way, on the show that day, she gave out 20 free somethings. I hope you all took advantage of it. But this 31st of May, she's having the magic meeting, a virtual seminar, Learn to Manifest Your Desires. So when you respond at the top, okay? Readingsbycali.com. She's also on Instagram. All these sisters are on Instagram. Now, tell them Lloyd sent you. Don't be saying, though, Lloyd sent me and get a discount. If they want to give a discount, that's on them. I have no control over that. I'm just trying to help a sister out. That's all I'm trying to do. All righty. But how I want to help is to let you know what they do. And that all these sisters have put themselves out here with no guarantee of security. And you know how you ladies like security. Am I right, ladies? Okay. Well, these sisters have put themselves out there without any sense of security, uh, parachutes, nets, or whatever they want to call it all. They are doing this based upon the spirit that moves them to help humanity. And I want you to show some humanity and support these sisters too. Join one of these. I want to hear from the comment section later on. Yeah, I signed up for this one. I signed up for that one. And, please do. And then there is Mama Mystic. Okay. Now, let me tell you this. This sister is bad. She is married to Hood Mystic. And when she was on, she like knocked it out the ballpark too. So hers is coming up this Saturday, May 21st. And she is in Detroit. So all these people are in different cities. Okay. So it ain't got competition. Well, all of them in New York, and I can't pick all. Y'all can pick something somewhere, okay? Y'all make a decision. Help these sisters out. Help Mama Mystic out. And her thing was about the womb, its care, the herbs that help and whatnot for the womb. I mean, so please help my guests. Of course, as I said, when y'all talk about, well, Lord, you have a great show. Yes, that's because I've been blessed with great guests. And she, among all the other sisters previously, have been great guests. So she has an event coming up this Saturday too on the 21st. So please show some love to Mama Mystic and sign up. Whatever the case is, you got the address. It's $10 at the door. It's a free entry too. Okay. So you got choices in there, but make sure you get in touch with her. You too can find her on her Instagram page here too. So let me see who I got here next. And I've got K Cosmic. Now K Cosmic is a very dynamic sister who does, and this is her May special. Okay. Now ain't too much longer in May. So I want everybody to pick a choice. And she's in the city of Detroit too. So K Cosmic is definitely doing some things. She offers great service. And in fact, I have chosen a date for 4 women to come on as my guests. K Cosmic with Tarot, Oracle with tarot, although she calls it her oracle cards, okay? Paris Williams with her tarots and her bad self, and Cali. Them four sisters gonna rock the house. I got a date. I done gave a date to them, and I will let y'all know exactly what is going on. All righty. So please help them sign up for charts, whatever the case is. All of them are good. I wouldn't put them up here because y'all know where to find me every Monday and Wednesday, okay? So I'm putting them up here because they are all just that good. And finally, I had the angel on April the 11th, and the angel is a cardologist. She's also a business person. And as you see, she promotes an interesting service of how to connect your business to the cards. Okay. Just as each birthday has a card symbol, okay, so does the birthday or date of incorporation of your business has a card symbol. Well, this sister got a way of bringing both the cards and the business together. So please support her. You see at the bottom there, the Instagram symbol where you go and talk to her, the business consultants. Okay, so I did that. If I left anybody out, ladies, believe me, it wasn't intentional. I was trying to think of all the sisters been on guests on my show that has really, really, and this is my way to say thank them very, very much for doing some things. Oh, by the way, let me take a selfish moment. Let me take one selfish moment. Okay, I'm gonna go ghost again, and here we go. Um, Please sign up for the free monthly newsletter. I mean, we're middle of May, and we still got about 2 weeks practically to go in May. So please sign up for uh, the May newsletter. It's absolutely free. You got two options to go to. You can go to my website, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. So for the newbies, it's LLoyd-Strayhorn, Strayhorn, and that's .com, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, or go to KayaFrench.com, KYAFRENCH. We've been collaborating on the newsletter for well over a year. And so for all of you, thank you very much for those that sign up for the free monthly newsletter. No, we will not compromise or sell your emails list to anybody. I don't play that. Now, if I got something going on, you will know. Yes. But other than that, no, you ain't going to hear, well, this came from Lloyd Stray. No, I don't play that at all. I will ask permissions. Now, I also want to let you know that today, in the next several days, my online course is on sale. But if you notice, the last time it was on sale, right? It was for $15 at the top and about $11 at the bottom. Well, they got this special sale going on. So, as you see to the right of that sale is normally $100 in round figures. If you see to the bottom to the right of that sale, learn from Lloyd the next step in numerology for $9, it is normally $85. So we're talking about spending close to $200. And if you look at the price of this, folks, this combined together is only 23, it's less than $25. Okay. Now, yes, I would like y'all to all buy at the top price. I certainly would. But if you notice, my history of promoting my online courses have always been when it's on sale. So there's no excuse not to learn. They don't say, oh, I don't have the money. No. And I'm saying it's an on demand where you go at your own pace. This is very, very important. All righty. And so if you go to this and take advantage of the discount, go to my website. I will promote that. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Again, that's spelled LLoyd-Strayhorn, Strayhorn.com. And that's where you sign up for the free monthly newsletter. And that's when you roll up for this course. I think my course is on sale for the next 3, 4, 5 days. So take advantage of it. Hold on to it. And as you know, that when you finish, you all get a certification that looks like this. Let me see. That shows you've taken the course and completed it. All right. Everybody will get one of these certifications. All right. So this is very, very, very important. Then tomorrow, I'm going to be on Clubhouse every Thursday. I do my Clubhouse. Yes, if I'm saying, Lloyd, you're promoting everything. Yes, I am. This is my show. Okay. And this is what I want to do in this case to let people know, especially what the sisters are doing, but also, for those of you who would like to take the course, get the free newsletter, or join me every Thursday on Clubhouse. I don't know how many Thursdays I'm going to do it because it's an interesting type of platform, but I'm going to do it as long as I possibly can. And I also want to take time to thank this beautiful young lady here out of Florida that sent me a picture of her wearing my T-shirt. Okay, and her name is Levine. She's born October the 2nd, and two beautiful girls. But she sent me an image of herself in the T-shirt, and so for that, Levine, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alrighty, and I am going to be making more T-shirts for those that may want them. I just did some samples to see how people would maybe like them or whatever the case is. So anyway, I'm going to get back to my guests, reading people, and if you got questions, I didn't see any questions. I see birthdays, okay, but I don't see like what happens if this happens, if that happens. But anyway, let me go back to the very top. Let me see. Fam, okay. Oh, this is Chorus Hollis. This born June the 3rd. This is an air sign with a 5 number. So these are elements that are very compatible. And since Gemini is a youthful sign, because this person is born in 75, right? Out of Georgia. Since Gemini is a youthful sign and 3 is a youthful number, it tells me either this particular person don't either look their age, act their age, feel their age, or if they find in their experience of dating or relationships that they tend to attract younger relationships, like 5 or 10 years younger, people from different cultures or ethnicities or religious groups or whatever the case is, that would not surprise me at all. Alrighty. And this person is very active, very energetic. And the one thing you don't do with a 3 person is tell them they can't do this, that, and the other, because that's when you made a mistake. But actually, that would be the seed that sparks the fire to make them do just the opposite of what you predict. So this is very, very important to do that. All right. By the way, your lucky numbers, by the way, are the 3, the 6, and the 5. Those will always be their key numbers. All righty. So anyway, Tanisha said, "Hi, Lloyd. Hi, Tanisha. How are you?" Um, and Lady Eve said, "Good evening." Okay. Let's see. This person here is Stan, born the same day as John Coltrane and Ray Charles and Pele and Bruce Springsteen. And I mean, everybody, let me tell you this. Here's the point of how God works. Every single one of you, whatever your birthday is, I can name you a person of renown, a person of wealth, a person of notoriety born on that day. But then it'd be belaboring everything, okay? But the point is, all of you are divinely special, and you must understand this. Again, this culture puts us so busy looking in somebody else's backyard, what Kim Kardashian is doing, what this person is doing, when you need to see what you're doing in your own backyard, okay? So this is why I love this. And so, yes, when I talk about please like, share, and subscribe, I'm not trying to get how many numbers I can get. I mean, it'd be nice, you know what I'm saying? If I get 100,000, 20,000, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to be of help to you, to show you that there is divine order in your universe, despite what confusion or drama that might be going on in your life. And that to me is the most important numbers to share. So when I says please like, it's not fake. Please like it if you think this can be of help to you. Please share it with people who you think it can help them too. Okay. And then subscribe for those of you who want to keep up with what's going on, because I have so many interesting guests that are due coming up in the not so distant future, and especially over the months of this finishing up May, and I'm almost with July. But I've got some guests. Some lady approached me the other day, or woman or person on YouTube. I'm gonna get in touch with her, have her on. That's how I met Cali, minding my business, seeing her sister on YouTube. I mean on Instagram, and then her little boy was in there, and but the way she was doing, I felt the energy, and I reached out to her. That's how I reached out to K Cosmic too. Um, so what's happening is that as I'm doing this, and I'm going to go back over these ladies who got events coming up. So don't tell me you didn't get it. You will get it. Okay. Get a pen and paper, take screenshots, put your camera up there, take a picture of it. But I want y'all to support these women and their activities. These women that I've seen, I mean, whose promos I've shown you, All of them are in a mode where they've made a very serious choice, and it's not an easy one. And you know, women, y'all like security. Okay. That's why y'all want to know how much money we be making up in this piece. Okay. Well, the choices they make ain't got nothing to do with what their man is making, but what they want to do to the service. So what I'm saying is help a sister out. Okay. And so this is very important. So if it looks like I am putting our promotion, yes, I am. Again, this is my show. And this is what I decided to do today in meditation a couple of days ago. Let me put all the sisters, because next month I'm going to put the brothers out here. Okay. The Dominics, the King Simons, the Brandons, especially my brother Rebels Bay. All of them are going to be here. And I want y'all to show some brothers some love since it's going to be Father's Day month too. But right now, it is about giving our sisters their support, giving them their props, but not just give it to them, say you're good. I want you to make a commitment, sign up for a course, sign up for a reading, go to one of the events, support Oracal's event on Saturday in New York. This is what I want you to do. And that is payment for me. Okay. My class, that's fine if you want to. But I'm saying is that, like, yes, I would like to get the top dollar, okay, for these classes. But if you notice, my history has been anytime I've announced my course, they're on a major, major sale. Okay. And if you notice, and if you look at the reviews, I have close to over 900 reviews, very positive about this. So it says a lot about the subject of numerology, not about me, but the subject of numerology in and of itself. And you can't tell me you can't invest $25 to learn how to do what I do. You cannot tell me you can't go to a boot camp. You can't go to an event. You can't get a reading from these sisters that I mentioned. You can't tell me this because we do anything we want to. So anyway, you can see I'm on my whatever they call that steps. Anyway, but back to you. So she's an air sign with an air number. This person, Stan. Excuse me, brother, Stan. Yeah, Stan. So this person is an air sign with an air number. So that means this person is always in their head, always thinking about this, thinking about that, going to bed, knowing they got an important event, but their minds are going back and forth, trying to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to present, how they're going to dress, how the outcome is likely to be. And so by the time they finally drift off and go to sleep, it's time for them to get themselves up to go and do what they got to do. So, but it's also reason, but their lucky or most important numbers are always the 5 first, followed by the 6, followed by the 3, excuse me, followed by the 9. 5, 6, and 9 are always the most important numbers. And by the way, Ray Charles was born on this day too. Okay. So I ain't gonna be naming everybody like that. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, let me do Felicia. Felicia is a July the 27th. And in fact, I think I have somebody scheduled to read on a birthday on that birthday. But let me tell you this. Felicia is a fire sign with a fire number. Fire symbolically brings passion to the equation. They bring determination to the equation. They bring that get up and go attitude to the equation. It's like I hear what you're saying, but what you gonna do to the equation? All righty. So again, this is a kind of configuration of a sign and a number where in relationships their assertiveness may be misinterpreted as being bossy. Now, we all like to think sometimes we men think that women are bossy, but calm down. But in her case, she really is that way. Not in a bad way, but in a way that she knows what she wants. She's a go-getter. So I know from the year she's born and her sign and her birthday that she's definitely either owned a business, been an entrepreneur or manager, supervisor, director, head of a business, head of a project, things like that. Probably traveled extensively since Leo is one of those traveling signs and 9 is universal and love to travel all over the planet. That makes perfect sense to me. And if, let's say, she didn't go nowhere, she could have worked at the airport where she met people coming from all over the world coming through that terminal where she might have worked at. So you got to understand that things can be symbolic. That although she may say, "Well, I've never traveled that much," but I work at so and so airport, which means people from all over the world come past her doorstep. So this is the things you got to understand. These numbers are very symbolic. Her key numbers are the 9, the 1, and the 4. And since 9s and 1s are your leader numbers, I always explain to people, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't talk to a number 1 person or a number 9. They're going to keep it real. And so what happens is nowadays when a person tells you the truth, you interpret it as being mean spirited or whatever the case is. There's a celebrity on Instagram, YouTube, that passed away recently, and they said he was too hard or whatever the case is. But when you delve deeply into his numbers, you could understand where the brother was coming from. The 1s and 9s keep it real. So this sister Felicia Griffin, God bless her soul, when she says something, she means it, and not in a bad way. But my attitude is this: if you come to her straight with no ulterior motives, you're going to get the best from her. Because normally her birthday indicates, and Leos are generous to a fault, inspirational, motivational. But if you got game and you're approaching this person, you're going to get your feelings hurt. That's all I can say. But by the way, her numbers again are the 9, 1, and 4. Thanks, Felicia. Okay, anyway, let's see. Thank you. And Lenice, my daughter, always gives me a shout out. This is my babies. I've been blessed. I'm one of the blessed fathers on the planet with 3 beautiful girls, 3 beautiful boys, and I love them all. They have no choice. They have no choice. Okay, under penalty of threat, they have no choice. Anyway, this is okay. RA 6:04 p.m. and they gave signs. They gave these symbols. I gotta learn what these little image symbols mean too. But again, like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to think of that. And I'm trying to also go through this list. And yes, I'm going to need somebody eventually to be of help to me. Now, this is Rose Jefferson. I noticed nobody's asking questions. Well, another person I'm going to get next is about career and love. But anyway, in the case of Rose Jefferson, she is an Aquarius astrologically with an Aquarius number because you see each number rules a zodiac sign around the wheel. Okay. Although they're trying to bring back this 13th sign Ophiuchus and moving signs over and back and forth, causing a whole lot of confusion. It'll come and it'll go. It's been here before and it's here now, and then it's going to go and then it's going to come back. But normally, most things in this universe are in divisions of 3, 6, or 9, 12 months in a year. If you look at an astrological chart, it is either 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 360 degrees. But all these degrees, they help an astrologer interpret your chart. Always add to a multiple of a 3 or a 6 or a 9. Well, this is the 13th chart. And just the name alone, Ophiuchus, that's is like, for those that don't know how to do it, it took me a minute to do that too. But when it came out years ago, I was very popular on TV and all that stuff and news for the sake of what this 13th sign, and it moved everybody back from, I think it started between Scorpio and Sagittarius and pushed everybody back and whatnot. So people were saying, am I still this sign, still that sign? But the point is with this person, Rose, being a air sign with an air number, that means they're always in their reasoning heads too. Fours, though, are the numbers that like to kind of be by themselves. They like to be alone. They like to kind of stay under the radar, as I describe it. 4s and 7s have that characteristic they share in common. They both private. You can't be knocking on the door because you're in the neighborhood. No, you will get your feelings hurt because they ain't going to answer the door. Not like that. Unless there are very exceptions to the rule. Basically, they got a lot of very outgoing numbers like 3s and 5s in their name, but basically they're very private and misunderstood. So in this case, and it's interesting because not only is she born on the 31st, she's born at 5:17 a.m., which adds a 13, which is her 31 in reverse. But this is how my head see numbers. Okay, you see numbers all kind of ways. Anyway, it tells me she likes to be different. This year, she's in a 2 on 11 personal year. I would need to do a pin, but in my head right now, I'm going to keep it simple and say she is in a transformative kind of cycle this year. Transformative in the sense that they're going to be changing the kind of relationships she have, whether it's a makeup or breakup, a transition in her home, whether she's going to move things around, rearrange it, or as they say nowadays, feng shui it, or a change at the workplace, a new workstation, new supervisor, new director, whatever the case is, and also a change probably in her eating habits or dietary laws for that matter too. And in fact, when I look at her month by adding her 2 personal year, keeping it simple, to the 5th calendar month, right now, this May, that's the 7th. So it tells me she's reflecting. She's soul searching. She's trying to get at some answers that maybe she hasn't gotten all the answers to the questions that she wants to right now. But next month, because June is one of her months, she'll be in a money cycle. So she would be my new best friend, in that sense, for those that are about the money and stuff. But I'm just saying, so we all go through these cycles. I'm telling you, please take advantage of the course while it's less than 25 bucks. I'm telling you, if it was about the money, I would just be pushing it when it's always at top price. Okay. But I only do it when it's on sale. So there's no excuse not to say I don't have no money to learn an ancient African science. No excuse, none whatsoever. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. So anyway, later for that. So anyway, her numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. Her best months are always in February, June, July, and August. So don't forget, she's less the day in January. So it's late January into February, late April into late May into June, June into July, July into August. The months always overlap. But so when I say the months, always think about, oh, he means several days before of the other month before I get into my month. If you do it like that, that'll be fine. Now, here is another 4 person, okay, with a different energy. And this is Akia. She is born December the 22nd. So she is an earth sign with an air number, which means practicality and reasoning, which is a awesome combination to get to the bottom of things when they're probing and getting to things and stuff like that. Now, this person is a 4, just like my last one, Akia. I mean, excuse me, the last one that I just read. But no, hold up. Akia. I have Rose up there. Excuse me. This is Akia. All righty. This is Akia born December the 22nd. So if somebody says, Lloyd, you just said so and so and so and so, they're absolutely right because I didn't highlight Akia as I should have. Okay. I'm human. I will make mistakes. Not deliberate, but I'll make mistakes. Okay. So get used to it. Nothing is perfect. Nothing. Anyway, so with this particular person, notice the twos that's running through her birthday, which means she's got a lot of sensitivities going to add on to her practicality and her airiness. So between her earth being practical and her air, which is the reasoning, she will be putting things together. She's probably good with her hands. Normally, 4 people, male or female, are normally good with their hands. So let's say a kid's married, right? And her man don't know how to fix nothing in the house. She'll try to do it herself. Okay. 4 people tend to work very, very well with their hands. That's one of the things I noticed too. But I noticed also because 4s tend to be misunderstood, and which she got those 2s in her birthday, it would just make her sensitive. And here's what's interesting: she's born on the 22nd of the 4, and she has 4 letters in her name, Ikea. And in fact, if I added that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and so that means that one of her parents is either a Gemini or Virgo, born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd of the month. But it also indicates being a Capricorn 4 person, a person that likes to be different, like to think outside the box, and as a person that you got to get to know them to really find out who they really are, and know you just can't be knocking on their door because you ain't got squat to do and you happen to be in the neighborhood. Give the sister a call first, right, Akia? So that's how I see that. Alrighty, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm having fun with this. Hi, Paris. Again, I'm having a lot of people on my show, and uh, this Tanisha. I met her in a clubhouse situation, and so she's a Leo. She says finally doing good. Yay for you. She is August 4th, so she's a fire sign with an air number, and these are elements that mixes and matches very, very well. In other words, there's no resistance of the elements like earth to water, fire to air. Okay, so with this being the case this year, she is in a 9 personal year. Uh, First of all, 4 is a number that's misunderstood. 8 is a number that's misunderstood. So notice in her formative years, which governs the period of the month she's born, it's an 8. And in the productive cycle, which is the day she's born on, it's a 4. So these numbers tend to be misunderstood initially. So I would say if Tanisha had to make a motto over door, it would be to know Tanisha is to love Tanisha. So this is why fours and eights don't make the best impression at first. Yes, people would say, well, isn't she born on Barack Obama's birthday? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He's got his own energy, and he was also misunderstood too. And he had a lot of secret enemies because on the day he was elected, that very evening of his election, the Republicans was plotting about how he was going to finish his first term. But not only that, they also plotted about how he wasn't going to have a second term, and he did that too in 2012. So what I'm saying is, when you got a person tenacious like a Leo, don't mess with them. When you got a person that's tenacious of the number four, they may forgive, but they're not going to forget. Okay. So it's not to say that Tanisha's like that. Of course, I'm sure she's a sweet lady. Okay, but I'm just saying how the energies flow with the way things work in this universe. But this is her year to fulfill some dreams. This is her year to also cut some losses too. Like, wake up, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need you either, maybe. But the point is bringing things to a head to fulfill some of the things she wants to do. And so, with next year being the year of the one, okay, because this year is a challenging to fours as a rule, because each number is friendly to one another and each number is also antagonistic one to the other. Well, the number that's antagonistic to the number four is the number six, and the number that's antagonistic to the number six is the number four. So when they talk about Friday the 13th, I tell you each number rules a day. So that four is falling on a Friday the 13th. One plus three is four. But what you don't know is, even if it's Friday the 4th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 22nd, when John F. Kennedy was killed in Dallas, Texas in 1963. Okay, that was a four, and Friday the 31st. So, and you can put it on the reverse. Sunday the 6th, okay, then Sunday the 15th and Sunday the 24th. Okay, so anyway, these are some very interesting things that we see. But anyway, her numbers are the 4, 1, and 5, and Sunday, Monday, excuse me, yeah, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday are her best days too. Alrighty. And so this is a year to fulfill a dream, cut her losses, but more importantly, focus on the things she wants to become her reality, which is very important. Okay. So in about 2 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up, but I'm going to post all the sisters again. For those of you who said, "Oh, I just got here. I heard you did this." No, there's no excuse. I got you in the middle. And I'm going to get you in the end. I'm going to bring all these events up that these sisters are having this month. And I want you to show them some serious, serious love. Okay. I know some of you might be saying, listen, man, stop pressing. This is my show. Thank you. Okay. And I'm saying because it's my show. All righty. And this is what I want to do for the sisters. Because next month, I'm going to do the same thing for the brothers. And I'm going to tell you the same thing too. Support the Dominics and Brandons and King Simons and, all the other people, Orlando's and whatnot. All the people that I've had on the Hood Mystics, I want all of them, show them love too. So anyway, let me get this one. I did this one. Okay. I did this. Okay. Let me go to the newer comments and I'll do two more. Okay. This is Aunt T, born the same day as Prince and Mike Pence. See what I'm saying? I mean, I could call off birthdays till the cows come home. But anyway, this person is an air sign with a water number. And just take an example. Prince was always private. That's the nature of a 7. I don't care whether it's Prince or Aunt Auntie. Okay, 7s have a very private side to their nature. As they say, to thine own self be true. So that's why one of the beauties of what I've learned in numerology is I learned how to understand people, and they have to be as true to themselves as I expect me to be true to myself. And when you understand that, your tolerance goes up. You don't get bent out of shape. You don't work your nerves and whatnot. So anyway, it also tells me she's very analytical. Normally, 7s have a mind of their own, and they can be very blunt or direct or sarcastic if you catch them on a bad day. All right. And they also like to go down the rabbit hole. And because she is a Gemini, which is a sign that likes to question, and she's a 7, a number that likes to question, I can tell you this. If you don't answer the questions right, boy, she got a whole bunch of questions to follow up to that. So let's say, I'm hooked up with her, come home. Yo, boo, how's your day? Yo, fine. And okay, and how? Do we get a raise, honey? Do we do this? Do we do that? So what I'm saying is you're looking at a person and whatever her job scale is, normally sevens are experts at their jobs. People born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th. Whatever their chosen profession, career, job, avocation, vocation, call it whatever dimensions of that you wish, they are normally experts in their field. No one questions them. And if they don't know, they got enough sense how to go down the rabbit hole to find the answers to answer the question that you just asked. So that's how they work. All righty. So her key numbers, by the way, are the 7, 2, and 5. And Mondays and Wednesdays are her best days. Uh, uh, to my brother Simon, thank you, man. This person says they purchased both courses recently, complete the first one so far. I really like the breakdown for the TOTs. I don't know what that means. They got a lot of acronyms and initials out here. I'll catch up. I'll ask somebody, maybe one of my kids, what does TOT mean? Alrighty. They got a whole lot of this. But anyway, it don't mean the other, no, but I'm trying to even guess. I'm going to embarrass myself, so I ain't going to do that. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for purchasing the course. All of you need to purchase the course. It's less than 25 bucks. You cannot tell me you cannot do that. We can do anything when we darn well want to, and all of y'all in this room know this. All of y'all listening know this. You'll figure out how to do something if you want to. And I'm saying, figure out how to get this ancient African esoteric knowledge in your head. This whole world is predicated upon numbers. You can't do anything without numbers. So you might as well get into the esoteric side of the equation as well. And the only time I announce it is when it's on sale only. Yes, I'd like to get in at top prices. Who wouldn't? Okay. But money is not my God. I like money just like everybody else to do the things I have to do, but I'm not money driven. People say, Lloyd, man, you real naive. Yeah, okay. We all got ways of how we get our blessings. My blessings come through giving, not taking or trying to demand of things. So anyway, thank you for that. Let me see if I can get one more person in, which is this person here, Keisha Arby. Um, she says, where did she get the course? And I'll explain. But in the meantime, though, she is a water sign with a fire number. Okay. And that means her numbers are the 3, 9, and 6 in that order. The 3 first, then the 9, then the 6. So it means Thursday is her top day first, then Tuesdays is her second day, and then Friday is her third position day. Okay. So that's how her days work and her days operate. Alrighty. And so what I'm saying is, okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to get back to promoting these sisters. So y'all got a minute to grab a pen and a paper. No excuses. I want every one of you do something, show something, do cash app, something. Help a sister out with these. These women have made choices that are not easy. All right. And as I told you before, and I'll tell you again, normally women are security based. You know what I'm saying? Women don't like to just jump out there without knowing there's a parachute or some security on the next step. But these sisters have taken it because they believe in what they're doing. They believe in humanity to do this. So I'm going to start back from the top. Okay. So you're going to have to put up with this for a second, but you're going to be all right. All right. Trust me, you're going to be all right on this. So the first one is, let me go. Does it say ghost a second? Okay. And then I'm going to put up, uh, this is Oracal. She is also known as Tomani, and her event is on the 21st of May, which is this Saturday. She speaks at 2 o'clock. So for those of you, show up. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. Hey, I was there. This, that, and the other. Hold on. Let me do something right quick, which is take, hold on, one thing. Okay, I had to take this off because I want to make sure you'll see the flies in its entirety with no interruptions or break in it. So this one here is Oracal T, who's going to be on the show, and she's going to be featured with 3 other tarot ladies. It's going to be Oracal, Cali, Paris Williams, and Kay Cosme. I'm going to have a bad bunch of sisters up in here reading everybody. I think we might even do 2 hours on this joint that day, being in everybody's business. But anyway, back to the focus. She's going to be here on Wednesday here in New York City. So please take advantage of it. You see the time, 12 to 7 You see the address, 1942 Amsterdam Avenue and 156th Street in New York City. And her time is at 2 o'clock. Please show some love and whatnot. They might, some of these people might even give a discount. I mean, these sisters, excuse me, might even give a discount or whatever. But the point is to help and support them. This is Kaya that I had on this past Monday as my guest, and she's a numerologist, but she's an astronumerologist, and it seems her emphasis is more leaning toward the astrological side. But please, and she's out of the city of Detroit. She has two wonderful children. Show her some support. She quit her job to learn how to do this, and she had a pretty secure job too, right? So please do this. You see, her event started yesterday through the 26th of next week. You got the time is by appointment only. So don't be calling her any old time. Y'all think like the number she's got some pay scales that she's got for 4-month forecast, 8-month forecast, yearly, know your numbers in the pinnacle cycles, general read if you want a 15-minute, 30-minute, okay, and also her website where you can sign up for her free monthly newsletter for the May or schedule your session. That's the contact number. So all of these sisters, all of these sisters that I'm showing their promos, I want you to promo in your pocket, okay, and show some love to these sisters, all right? Be there. So here in this case, these are my Nikki's that I'm going to have on this Monday. Nikki, uh, Nikki Monty, who is to the far right, who is a solar alchemist, and then Nikki Morgan that I had the pleasure of meeting through Nikki Monty, who is a Pisces, but both of them in cardology is a three of diamonds, which I think is interesting, and they both seem to gel well. So I'm having both these NMs, Nikki Morgan, Nikki Monty, on this coming Monday, but they're having an event next week on May 24th through the 28th there in the city of Atlanta. Okay, but they drive kind of crazy sometimes. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Then this Wednesday, excuse me, this weekend is definitely sign up for boot camp now. Yes, sign up for my course because it's not that expensive. But the thing, what I want you to do is learn. Listen, I sat in her course for 2 or 3 days, the last one, and I was so impressed that the students that I've been blessed to teach are now teaching me. I think that is so cool. You know what I'm saying? So y'all sign up and take this course. That's what y'all do. All righty. You catch on a good day. It might be now. The course is like 200 and something dollars. I think $271. It is well worth it. All righty. I see that the fee is missing one there, but it's 271. But here's what you do: go to her website, aphrodite.com/services, or you can Cash App her, show support that way. Cash App Venmo at $Aphrodite. And that's Saturday and Sunday, May 21st and 22nd. Okay, from 11 to 6 p.m. And be ready. She's no joke. All these sisters that I put up here is no joke. And this is one. And she's a Taurus too. Okay, so if you don't know anything about Tauruses, they don't play. And then my Virgo lady, okay, Sister Cali. She is having an event. And I mean, she rocked the house when she was here, when she was on. Well, all of them do, to be honest with you. And what happens is she gave on that day, on April 13th, when I had her on the show, she made an offer to about 20 people just out of what she gave people cost more than what it probably cost to come to this event. So I'm saying, since I've met her wonderful husband that encouraged her. See, we men play a role in here. See, I don't know what some of you women be thinking, how you'll be thinking. I don't know what that's about. But if you met her husband and she gave props to her husband about he was the catalyst to say, why don't you do this? Help her design it and whatnot. So we men, listen, we men plant the seeds and y'all bear the fruit. Okay. So if you understand that relationship, you shouldn't have a problem. So on May 31st, the magic meeting is a virtual seminar. Go to respond at her site, readings by Cali.com. It's right there. No excuse. Take a screenshot, picture, or show this. Yes, if I'm going overboard, yes. As I said, this is my show, and this I'm going to do this week. Okay, I said, let me show the sisters some love because I want to really put on the brothers too. And then for Mama Mystic with her bad self. Okay, let me tell you, she's awesome too. But all of my guests are awesome, and I want you to support her. Hers is coming up on Saturday, May 21st. See, now hers is in Detroit. Okay, if you look at Oral T on the 21st, hers is in New York, and if you look at Jackie Levine, hers is in Brooklyn. So there's no conflict. Okay, the thing is, you either support one. I would wish y'all would support every single one of them up here, but you can't be in all in place at the same time. Make a decision, make a commitment, follow through, show them love, tell them Lloyd Strayhorn sent you. You might catch them on a good move where they knock off a couple of dollars. You never know. Okay. So anyway, do that. This is Mama Mystic. It's wound care herbalist, and so you ladies need to take certain care of your body, certain parts, all that stuff. So she's the best, and I'm gonna have her back on in the not so distant future too. But please, please, please show them love. Also, let me get to. I'm almost finished, folks. Be patient, okay? This is K Cosmic. This is her fees for the month of May. Take advantage of it. She will be one of the sisters who will be. There will be 4 women reading the cards, all bringing a different modality, a different style, a different flavor to how they interpret your destiny. This is going to be great. So I want everybody in the house to participate, but more importantly, I want y'all to make sure that Kay Cosmic gets the support. And she is also on Instagram. Every single one of these people I brought on here, you can find them on Instagram. Okay, please do that. And so get a reading, sign up for the course, do a session, attend one of the events. You know what I'm saying? But show support. And I'm almost finished, folks. So bear with me. Alrighty. And this is also the angel, who is a cardologist, but she has learned of putting the arts of cardology to the art of doing business, because each business has what is called a date of incorporation, an LLC, a partner, a sole proprietor. But if it's so, it was always incorporated on some month, some day, some year, which has always been assigned a card. And the angel has had the art of blending both the card to the nature of the business. And I had her on my show on April the 11th, by the way. For those of you who missed it, just go to YouTube channel and click on it, and you'll see the angel. All righty. And so I'm going to just push me for a second on now for the month of May. Sign up for the monthly newsletter. It is absolutely free. Okay, free, FREE, and it is done by um, Kaya French and myself. We've been doing this for over a year. And thank you for those, so many of you who signed up for the free monthly newsletter. And no, I do not compromise nor sell your email. One person wrote me that, and I said, that's a good reminder. And I remind people, when you're signing up for free, no, we don't sell. We do not do that. If I got something popping, yes, I'm going to let you know. But other than that, no, we don't do that. I don't play that kind of thing. But I will say this, though, for those of you who want to learn how I do what I do and why I'm very good at what I'm doing and why I am the best at what I do, sign up for this while this course is dirt cheap. You just go to my website, though, to get the discount. Lloyd, LLoyd dash Strayhorn, STRAYHORN.com. You get on my website, go to my landing page, go down, sign up for the free monthly newsletter, and then go further down and sign up for both those courses while they're dirt cheap. And of course, you will get a certification. Alrighty. And that's what it looks like when you finish and complete the course, as one of the sisters just explained. And on Thursday, I will be in Clubhouse. That's tomorrow. I'm going to have a special guest. Essentially, I've had one guest that was last month, Kaya, talking about the Pinnacles. Now I'm going to have Jackie Levine talking about the art of the name, because I'm now telling you how interpreting the art of the name. That's going to be my Clubhouse room number is Numbers in You, but the segment in my Clubhouse Numbers in You is called Learn from Lloyd with Numerology. Okay. So I think that's it. I've run my mouth. And by the way, that's at 7. And by the way, thank this young lady out of Florida, Levine, born October the 2nd, that took time to send me what she looks like in her t-shirt. And as far as I'm concerned, she looks beautiful and she looks fabulous. But of course, I'm going to say that straight. Okay. So that's it. So just a note, I'm going to go through this quickly. That's this. This is this. Okay. Alrighty. I want you to take advantage of every single person. If you missed it, just go to YouTube a couple of minutes after we go back and do this. So if somebody says, man, you really doing this, yes, I am. And so what? Okay. Uh, let us learn how to act as a unit, and let us learn how to support one another, our sisters especially, and even more so our brothers that's been getting a bad rap, it seems, over a period of time, because again, we are the ones who plant the seeds where you bear the fruit. And if you look at how that combination of nature goes, I think we stop being tearing at each other the way we have, which I think is more by design than accident. No, it's not an accident, it's by design. So anyway, enough of mine. Let me get this off. Let me get this off. Okay, everybody, I want to thank you. I know it's time to get off this thing, but for those of you who have put up with me this last hour and a half, I can't thank you enough. But I mean it very, very sincerely. And around about the same time next month, I'm going to be pushing the brothers hard too, because all these brothers sacrifice just as much as these sisters. So show love. If they go off a discount, but maybe to help, if you say, listen, I saw you and I signed up because I saw you on Lloyd's Live with Lloyd. Maybe that might help you out. Okay. But in the meantime, all of you handle your business. I thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. This has been a wonderful day. I thank you. And y'all take care. See you next week.